Check test 1, 2, 3. Check test 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center, getting you ready for this afternoon's game between the hometown Subway Northern Selects and the visiting McIntyre Chevy Panthers. It's Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League action right here on Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv. Appreciate having you all along here for the ride. My name is Michael Petter, and I'll be bringing you all the action for this game. As you can see, the Zamboni out on the ice right now as we're just cleaning up from the game that just wrapped up earlier. And that was, I believe it was Pee Wee, where the Subway Selects, again, I believe Pee Wee dropped a 3-2 decision to, I believe it was Metro West Inferno. It was the Inferno, anyway, that they were playing, and I believe they're based out of Metro West. What we've got now is what should be a great showdown near the top of the standings of the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. It's the teams that are in first and third place who are facing off this afternoon in this game. Should be a very entertaining hockey game. The third time these teams are playing. Both previous games back in early November, very close, but both victories for the Selects. Let's run you down through some of the key numbers. First off, looking at the standings, the Selects right now with a record of 17-1-3. That puts them in first place, as mentioned, in the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League standings. And they are just a couple of points away from possibly clinching the regular season league title. And the way things work this year, with it being a Canada Games year, there are no league playoffs this year. The regular season champion will be named league champion of the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. And with there being 4 teams out of Nova Scotia, 3 teams out of New Brunswick, the 4 Nova Scotia teams will play off for the right to represent the province at the Atlantic Championships. The Northern Lightning, who play out of Bathurst, will be hosting the Atlantics, and the other 2 New Brunswick-based teams, that being the Fundy Nationals and the Edzo West Reds, will have a playoff series for the right to represent New Brunswick as the provincial champion. Of course, the Lightning right now with the best record of the New Brunswick-based teams, but the Lightning will be hosting Atlantics, and so the Nationals and the Reds will play off for the right to represent New Brunswick at that tournament. The 4 Nova Scotia-based teams, again, they'll go 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3 based on league standings, which right now the Selects, the Fire, the Panthers, any one of them could finish 1, 2, or 3. The Penguins will finish 4th and be the 4th seed. For the Selects, they just need 1 more point to clinch at least home ice in the opening round of those provincial playoffs. They are 12 points ahead of the Panthers. Panthers have 6 games remaining, including this home-and-home set. So if the Selects can get at least 1 point in either of these 2 games this weekend, they will start the playoffs at home. They are 3 points away from clinching the league title, as they are 3 points ahead of the Fire. Both the Selects and the Fire have 3 games left in their regular season. That means the Fire, the Station 6 Fire, with a record of 15-4-2, the most they can get is 40 points. The Selects hold the tiebreaker over the Fire. So if the Selects can get to 40 points, and right now all they would need is 3 points out of their last 3 games to do that, then they would win that league championship banner, different from the provincial championship, but the league championship banner. So that's where we stand. The Selects, again, a record of 17-1-3. The Panthers, 3 games in hand, as mentioned, but they are 12 points back of the Selects. So in order to finish first, they would need to win both of these games this weekend against the Selects. They would need to win out, and they would need some help from other teams as well. So realistically, right now, they are chasing the Fire for second place. The chances of them getting all the way up to first, fairly slim, as they would need a lot of help from a lot of other teams, including they would need the Penguins, who have just 1 win on the season, to beat the Selects in the Selects final road game of the regular season. And no disrespect meant to the Penguins, but when you've only won 1 game so far all season, and you're going against a team with right now that has only 1 loss, that would be a tall order. So this weekend is about the Selects securing home ice advantage through the provincial playoffs, trying to secure a league championship. The Panthers trying to get in their way and trying to also see if they can secure a home ice advantage, at least in the first round of the playoffs, and a second seed, as the Selects, the Fire, and the Panthers all battling for those first, second, and third spots. As mentioned, the Panthers record 11-4-3. We've got 2 teams with very good goal differentials on the regular season as well. Now, I should point out, these records and these goal differentials and the totals, any stats that I reference through the course of this game, are only the stats related to NSFMHL regular season play. I don't have access to the stats for games that teams play in tournaments or for exhibition games that teams might play. These are only the stats for games that are played in the NSFMHL. The Panthers have a plus-minus on their goal differential of plus 49 through their 18 games. They're scoring 4.5 goals per game, and they're giving up less than 2. For the Selects, their goal differential even more significant. They're scoring better than 5 more goals per game than they're giving up. 144 goals scored, just 36 goals given up. That's 6.86 goals scored per game and 1.71 goals given up. You put that together, that is 2 teams that have some offense. You put them together, between them they're averaging more than 11 goals per game, but between them they're giving up less than 3.5. So are we going to see some big firepower, or are we going to see some big goaltending? Well, let's take a look at who might help us answer that question, and that's our 2 goalies. We'll start with the goalie for the Panthers, Julia Carroll. She comes into this afternoon's game with a record of 5-2-2, a 1.45 goals against average, 2 victories by way of the shutout. At the other end of the ice, it's Kristen McNeil getting the start. She's got a record of 9-1-3, a 1.73 goals against average, and 2 victories by way of the shutout. The Selects, have their full lineup available to them. I was talking to head coach Craig Clark a little earlier, and he said that they played a few exhibition games this past weekend against the 3 major prep schools in the region, and they were without both Jenna Reed and Landon Pitts. They're both back in the lineup, so that's good news certainly for the Selects. They have their full lineup available to them today. For the Panthers, as I look out on the ice, it appears to me that they have their full lineup available to them as well. So that's certainly good news for them. Selects wearing their blues at home here tonight. And I was actually, when I was talking to head coach Craig Clark, he said to me that was partly to help me out, as I've mentioned a few times, the difficulty there is at times seeing those white jerseys with the gray numbers and everything. Gets a little bit challenging at times to see exactly who's who with those light gray numbers on the white jerseys. So the Selects wearing their blues with the white and gray trim, the white numbers. The Panthers in their, don't want to call them whites, they're more like a cream colored jersey with a black numbering, red piping, red stripes as well. I got to say, this is my first time seeing the Panthers jerseys, and I like them. The previous games between these two teams, we talked about the fact that they've met twice before. They meet 4 times over the course of the regular season, today and tomorrow, as well as November 3rd and 4th. The Selects won both of those games here in Pictou County by a score of 3-2, and then in Member 2 by a score of 4-1. This weekend, here today, the 12:30 start. Tomorrow they'll be back up in Member 2, 1 o'clock puck drop for that game in Member 2. A couple of the key players to talk about, obviously, for the Selects, Landon Pitts averaging better than 2 points per game. Ava Warnell averaging nearly 2 points per game. They are two of the big offensive catalysts, although Ella McLean from the back end, another big offensive powerhouse, Mariah Linehan, Natalie McKay. There's a lot of different places that the offense will come from for this Selects team over the course of the game. When you look at the Panthers, their biggest offensive contribution comes from Amy O'Neill, number 7. She's averaging better than 2 points per game as well. She's got 26 goals, 13 assists on 18 games. That's 39 points. The one stat that really jumps out for me when I look at the Panthers and their stat line, I don't see an awful lot of scoring on the power play. Just 9 goals listed as power play goals so far this season. Now, whether that's something to do with just the way things have been marked, or if their power play just has not been scoring that much. They're averaging 1 power play goal every 2 games, which for a team with the record that they have, and again, 11-4-3, 81 goals scored, for less than 10% of their scoring to come on the power play, that would be a bit of a surprise. For the Selects, on the other hand, you look at on the league website their power play, they have a grand total of 15 power play goals, so they're averaging a power play goal about 1 every game and a half, or every game, or 1 power play goal every 4 periods. There we go. That's how I was trying to say. So, you know, a little bit better than 1 every 2 games. But the other big thing that jumps out at me, Landon Pitts, 5 goals short-handed this season. So she's dangerous regardless of the situation. As we look out and we see, actually I may have made a oh no, that is 37, not 31. They're in net for the Panthers, and No worries about proper circumstance. Let's get this game right underway, and the Panthers win the draw to get things started. Puck dumped down into the select zone. McNeil sets the puck up behind her net, and there are several players with the last name McNeil, 3 of them on the Panthers and the Selects goaltender. So a lot of McNeils keeping things busy here tonight. Little bit of a misplay there by McLean. The Selects are able to recover. Puck gets ahead to McKay. She'll dump it into the zone. Gets the puck back again after it squirts away from Amy O'Neill. We talked about her in the opening. Selects hold the line. Now McNeil will get the puck, send it down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing with just 45 seconds gone here in the first period. Amy O'Neill, wearing the C for the Panthers. As far as McNeil, there's Nicole McNeil, number 12, Nora McNeil, number 19, and Jessie Helen McNeil, number 16. 3 McNeils in this Cape Breton lineup, or this Panthers lineup, They draw from more than just Cape Breton. They play their home games, most of their home games out of Member 2, but they do draw partly from the mainland as well. In behind the net, Emery plays the puck out in front. Linehan tries to get a shot off, but is not able to do so, and the Panthers get it back out to center. Emery with the puck again. KJ Emery goes far side for Jenna Reed. Reed with the shot, and that goes up and over the crossbar, but puck plays in stay and continues on. Battle along the near side wall. Corbett gets it out to center. Played across to the far side, Cassie Clark. She pushes the puck into the zone but loses control of it. It's played back out to center, and now coming in again, Ella McLean. She takes the shot high and wide, and Belle Jacobs will pick up. She plays it up off the wall to Jessie Helen McNeil. And the Panthers, or that was Bates, 6, not 16. Puck played into the select zone. McPherson will get it back out to center. Now Jacobs will pick up there. Play it across to Gillis. Gillis works it out across the line, and McPherson brings it in a little too quickly. It's an offside against the Selects. 2:07 gone here in the opening frame. Still looking for the first official shot on goal. The Selects have had a couple of shots at the target, but have yet to actually hit the net with any of their shots. Gillis plays the puck up the wall and out to center. Smith sends it ahead to McKay, who gets it back into the zone. Now Smith again will send it down in deep. Goes in behind the net for Pitts. Pitts actually can't control it. And now helping out on the forecheck is McPherson, and Pitts gets it in on to Carroll, and she'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. First official shot on goal ends up being a slow roller onto Julia Carroll. She makes the save. Landon Pitts taking the draw against O'Neill. O'Neill wins it back, but hustling in to get onto that puck was Warnell. She gets a shot away, but it goes wide, and the Panthers are able to get the puck all the way down the ice. McKenzie in her own zone gets it over to Pitts. Landon Pitts looking for a lane to get the puck out. It does come out to center, all the way to Shauna Brown at her own blue line. She'll play it across, and the Panthers push it forward. Here's Nora McNeil. Her shot goes off a stick and well wide as the Panthers make some changes. That gives the Selects some time to get things organized as they get the puck out to center, but the pass intended for Linehan misses the target, and the Panthers have it back again. Played out to center. Clark plays it back in. Barrett has it hop over her stick. She has to go back below the goal line to pick up. Plays it ahead for Bates. Gets away, and Reed sends it back down low. Now in behind the net, Corbett wraps it around the boards, comes to Reed. She takes a shot through the traffic, and it ends up going wide. Puck picked up there by Jardine. She gets it out to center. It's knocked back in again, then back out as Baxendale carries into the select zone. turns the puck over. Pass ahead for Harrison. Here comes Haley Harrison into the Panther zone. She takes a shot. It goes off a leg and wide. Harrison sends it back down below the goal line. Fit chasing after it, but getting to it first was Bates, who wrapped it around the boards to the far side. Battle along the far wall now. A couple of players in there. Puck comes back to McPherson. She'll send it down low. Bates gets to it just ahead of Fit. And now good hustle there by McKenzie to hold the line, but the puck ends up rolling to Amy O'Neill, and she'll come out with it. O'Neill pushes the puck past McKenzie, goes chasing after it down into the corner. O'Neill back to the line for Jacobs rather. Played it to the near side for Cox. She gets the shot away, and it's steered aside. Puck sent down into the Panther zone. Back to get it will be Jacobs. 4.5 minutes gone here in the opening frame. Jacobs gets the pass ahead to Jessie McNeil. Now with it is Pitts at center ice. She plays it back, gets a return pass, and is able to find McPherson. Here comes McPherson. She centers it. Puck bouncing around, and Pitts will get it back again, taking it over to the far wall. Back to the line for Smith. She gets the shot away. Save made by Carroll, and she'll hang on for the face-off. 5:05 gone here in period number 1. Just a quick check, making sure the audio is working okay. You can all hear me out there. And again, a reminder, if you want to join the conversation about this game, there is that little chat bar off to the side. By all means, share your thoughts. I try to keep a close eye on the chat bar there. If you have any questions, comments, concerns throughout the course of the broadcast, by all means, let me know. As some more lighting gets turned on here in the Wellness Center, a bit of an odd time to do that, but in the middle of play, we get more lights, and the puck gets sent behind the net. And in behind the net there, battling for it was Nicole McNeil. She gets it out to center, where Nora McNeil is working against Jenna Reed. Reed gets to the puck, wraps it around to the far side. It comes all the way out to center, then played back into the zone for Pitts to pick up. She couldn't go anywhere with it, and back to get it is Smith. Across for Reed. Reed plays it ahead. Landon Pitts will send it in deep. Going back after it is Corbett. Corbett trying to get away from the forecheck of Livingston. Livingston able to get Corbett tied up. Now also in there is O'Neill. It appears that Livingston broke her stick, so she's peeled out. And finally, the referee blows it down, as in there, having replaced Livingston, trying to tie things up, was Landon Pitts, or Mariah Linehan, excuse me. So we'll get a face-off outside the blue line, as they say the Selects were responsible for freezing that puck and not allowing a play to continue. Selects win the draw, and it's played down deep into the Panther zone. Back to get it Barrett. She plays it around to the far side. In behind the net, going after it, Linehan. She's got Emery there with her as well. Linehan tries to center it. That gets knocked away. Now Linehan plays it back to the line for McLean. Her shot goes just wide. Now it comes back to the line again. McLean works it down the wall to Linehan. Back to McLean again. Tees it up. And there's a partial block by Barrett. As we've seen several times this season, that heavy shot of Ella McLean. You're taking your life in your own hands when you go to block that one. Lead pass misses the target. It comes to Belle Jacobs. She plays it out to center, where it's picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie will lead the rush in. Takes a shot, and glove saved by Carroll, but it rolls out of her glove, and the puck ends up squirting just wide. Now Long down below the goal line, working with Fit. Long and Fit in there together. They've got McPherson out there with them. McPherson plays the puck back to McKenzie. to fit to Long along the near side wall, trying to get past the check of, I believe that was Gillis. Panthers get possession, and it goes to Baxendale at the far side. She'll wrap it around to the near side for Cox. Cox can't get the puck past Smith. She sends it down low. Back to pick up there is Jacobs. She works it up the wall for Jessie Helen McNeil, that is. Now it's out at center ice. Long over there. Puck comes back to Smith. Nifty little move for Smith there to get away from the check of Baxendale. And the puck is deep into the Panthers zone. McKay battling in the corner. Coming in to help out is Pitts. Can't see the numbers of the Panthers players. O'Neill is one of them. Gillis is the other. Gillis gets the puck and she'll carry it ahead, then make the pass ahead to Erin Denny. Denny takes a bump from McKay, as these players, they're allowed to bump each other, that's for sure. The referee's letting them play here. No big, heavy body checking, obviously, in female hockey, but body contact certainly being allowed here in the first 9 minutes of this one. Puck takes a bounce way up high up into the air. Now we're going to get a whistle, as I believe the indication is the puck was played with a high stick, or perhaps the puck actually touched the netting off to the side, just above the glass at the far side of the ice here at the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Off of the draw, coming out with the puck was Nora McNeil. She pushes it ahead into the select zone. Clark turns it over. There's a chance for Amy O'Neill, and the first save of the game for Kristen McNeil at 9:26 of period number 1. Still looking for the first goal of the game here between the Selects and the Panthers, as the regular season starting to wind down a little bit here in the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. McLean able to get the puck out to center. Livingston will dump it down the ice. In behind her own net, Nicole McNeil, but she's met immediately by the forecheck of Linehan. Now the puck goes back down below the goal line. Brown there plays it around to Nicole McNeil. Puck out to center. McLean gets it there. She gives it up to Morgan Bates. Bates plays it as far as the Selects blue line, and Linehan brings it back up the other way. Linehan, a couple of nice moves, gets the shot away, and that's steered aside by Carroll. Now we got a bump along the boards. Puck comes back to the line for McKenzie. She takes this shot. Couple of Selects players looking for the deflection, but they end up putting it wide. Now here is McLean. She takes a backhand shot. That goes wide. Puck comes off the end boards for Bates. Bates will come out with it and dump the puck down into the Select zone. Kristen McNeil comes out of her net to settle it for McLean. McLean takes her time, then makes a pass ahead for Harrison. That's into her feet, however, and O'Neill will come back the other way. When you got 4 McNeils and an O'Neill in the game, you're going to stress the O a little bit more just to make sure you get it right. So I don't mean any offense. And if I start referring to some of the McNeils just by their first name, I'm not doing it to intentionally be unprofessional. I'm just trying to save a little time. Harrison along the near side wall working against O'Neill. Puck ends up coming back to Smith. She'll send it into the far corner for Barrett. Barrett tried to work it up the wall. That's broken up. Now comes back to Reed. Reed takes a shot. Save made. Puck still loose in front. Long with a whack at it. Another save. Puck now into the feet of Corbett. O'Neill in there trying to help out. Corbett will get it and just launch it down the ice to relieve some of the pressure, as the Selects, with some good opportunities, not able to convert as of yet here through the first 11 minutes 37 seconds of this one. Face off of the icing will be to the right of goaltender Julia Carroll. Pitts taking the draw against Baxendale. Baxendale wins it, And the Panthers able to come out to center. Erin Denny trying to work her way around Clark. Loses the puck in the process, and Warnell will get it ahead to McKay. Here comes McKay taking the shot. And Carroll takes it right into the great big Panther on her chest to make the save and hang on. 8:04 left to go here in the first period. Shots on goal right now, 9-1 in favor of the Subway Northern Selects. But the McIntyre Chevy Panthers getting a good performance here early from goaltender Julia Carroll. Panthers win the draw again, get the puck ahead to Denny. She gets it off the boards and into the select zone. First one to it, though, is McLean. She plays over to Clark. Clark now gets the pass ahead for McKay. She deflects it down the ice. Back to pick up is Gillis. Gillis goes across to the far side for Jacobs. Puck pushed to the line, kept in by McKenzie. McKenzie tries to get it down low. Jacobs intercepts that, then sends it around to the near side. Puck to the line, not out, kept in by McLean. McLean's shot, and I think perhaps Jacobs deflected that past Julia Carroll. An innocent-looking shot way up high, and we're going to have to take a look as I'm watching it back on the replay here. It looks indeed like the puck changed directions as a result of the glove of Belle Jacobs putting it into her own net at 12:37 of period number 1. We get the first goal of the game off of a shot from Ella McLean. We'll have to wait and see if there are any assists given on that for McLean. It's her 21st goal, 35th point of the season. There's a shot, save made, rebound comes out. They're still working at it. Now Emery's stick gets into the feet of Denny, and there will be a penalty coming up here against the Selects as KJ Emery got her stick into the feet of Erin Denny. And this first power play of the night, or of the afternoon, will go to the Panthers at 13-14 with Emery going off for the trip. Still awaiting the word on that goal by Ella McLean, whether there are any assists. Meantime, the Panther power play goes to work. Clark gets the puck as far as the line. Barrett holds it in there. Or Corbett, excuse me. As the Select's able to send the puck down the length of the ice. Back to get it is Barrett. She plays it to Corbett. Back around to Barrett again. Barrett gets it ahead to Jessie Helen McNeil. McNeil tried to play it to Baxendale. That got broken up. And now sending it the length of the ice is Ava Warnell. Puck sent down the length. Corbett back to pick up. She'll play the pass over to Barrett. Barrett gets it ahead to Denny in stride. Denny carrying it all the way down in behind the net. Now she'll play it back to the line again for Corbett. Corbett with the shot. Save made by McNeil. And the puck over to the corner. Now Denny with it again. Tries to center it. The only one there was Lenahan. She plays it into the corner. Reed gets it as far as the line but not out. Now Lenahan is able to carry it out. 45 seconds left in the penalty to KJ Emery. Still no announcement of that goal, so I can't tell you whether there were any assists or not. Clark has the puck, sends it the length of the ice. Carroll plays it over to Gillis. Gillis sends it around to Jacobs. Jacobs now looking to make a pass ahead to O'Neill. That gets broken up by McKay. McKay with the shorthanded shot, and that goes wide. Just 14 seconds left now in this first power play of the afternoon for the Panthers. Livingston pushes the puck ahead. Jacobs will play it around for Gillis. Gillis looking for a lead pass. That's broken up by McKenzie, and we are now back to 5-on-5. Puck ahead, and here's O'Neill with a chance. She puts it just up over the crossbar. Good solid shot there by Amy O'Neill, but just a little bit off target. Now Warnell with it. What a pass by Warnell to Pitts, and a great wrist shot by Pitts, but an equally impressive save by Julia Carroll. But what vision for Ava Warnell on that pass. Make a perfect tape-to-tape backhand pass to Landon Pitts and allow Pitts to get a great scoring opportunity here in the final 5 minutes of period number 1. Pitts in the corner, plays it back to the line to Reed. Jenna Reed's shot blocked by Bates, and out comes Bates with the puck. She'll gain the red line, take a shot, and Reed returns the favor of the shot block. Now the puck thrown in front. Nice play there by Fitt to break up what could have been a scoring opportunity, and Warnell leads the rush the other way. Warnell with the shot. Puck may have been going wide, but Carroll gloves it down anyway. With 3:46 left to go here in period number 1. Shots on goal right now favoring the Selects 14-2. I thought there was a third shot, but apparently, to be fair, the angle from up here sometimes a little bit easier to tell what's a shot on goal and what isn't. But right now, just 2 shots on goal recorded, and that shot from the boards may or may not be the 15th shot on goal for the Selects, although the guys down in the booth look like they're getting distracted by someone trying to make an announcement related to the 50-50 perhaps. So that shot on goal may have been missed, which is why save percentages for the goalies not officially recognized stats here in the NSFMHL. There's a shot from Harrison, turned away by Carroll. Puck comes to the line, and backing up was McLean. She'll play it over to Clark. Return pass for McLean. Now she'll start bringing it back forward again. Across the blue line, she gets hooked up. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming up against the Panthers here, and as they touch up, the Selects will go to work on their first power play of the night, or of the afternoon. This coming at 17:03 of period number 1, and it's going to be a hooking call against Shan Cox. So power play number 1 on the afternoon for the Subway Northern Selects, with the 1-0 lead here, just under 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Panthers good start to the penalty kill as they won the draw, but not able to clear the zone as Clark held it in. Now the puck comes to the line far side. McLean, she'll play it to Pitts. Pitts into the high slot for McPherson. She gets the backhand shot away, but Carroll able to steer that one aside. Pitts now, or McLean rather, brings it across the line, gives it to Pitts. Pitts trying to work her way around Jacobs. Pitts still with the puck down in the corner. Now back to the line, McLean. McLean fakes the shot, gives back to Pitts, skates to the high slot, save made, rebound is loose, and able to pick up the puck and clear it away is Baxendale. She'll send it down the length of the ice. 1:10 left to go in the Selects man advantage. Played ahead there for McPherson. McPherson trying to work her way around Nicole McNeil. Goes to play it back to the line to McLean, but McLean wasn't there, so the Selects have to come back out, gain the red line, dump it back in again. Nicole McNeil gets to it first, able to put it just past Abigail McKenzie and down the length of the ice. 40 seconds left to go in the power play for the Selects. 1:35 left to go here in the opening period. With the puck now, KJ Emery. She sets it up for Livingston. Livingston down into the corner, working her way around Brown. Puck comes out in front. I don't think Carroll knew where it was, but fortunately for her, it was found by Nora McNeil and sent the length of the ice. 15 seconds left in the power play as in comes Linehan with the puck. Linehan takes it down to the far wall, plays it back to the line for McKenzie. She comes across to Smith. Smith's shot gets blocked, and sending it the length of the ice there is Madison Corbett. Back to get it, McKenzie. The power play has expired for the Selects. down to the last 50 seconds. 47.9 if we're being real nitpicky, left to go here in period number 1, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Selects blue line. Baxendale in to take the draw against Fitt. Puck ends up going over to Bates. She'll play it to Corbett, who will dump it down into the Select zone. Coming back out of her net is McNeil. She leaves the puck there. Select's able to get it out to center. It's played back in across the blue line. Now brought back out again by Smith. Then goes back in. Now comes back out. And McPherson will send it down the length of the ice. Corbett back to get it. Wraps it up the near side wall for Jardine. Jardine couldn't control. And Reed sends it back up the other way. Fitt trying to get the pass through to McPherson as we get a stoppage with 4.1 seconds left to go here in the period, as that puck ended up hitting one of the Panther players on the bench. And so we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Selects with a 1-goal lead and just 4.1 seconds left to go here in the period. Puck pushed right towards the net, right off, and there's Pitts with a chance. And having to come up big yet again is Julia Carroll. For Carroll, that was her 15th save of the period, and maybe one of her better saves to keep it a 1-0 scoreline. The only goal of the first period, Ella McLean with a shot from the point way up high. Looked like it went off of the glove of a Panthers defender and deflected in behind Julia Carroll. Can't blame Carroll for that one. Shots on goal through the first period, 16-2. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. The balance of play certainly was in favor of the Selects, as the shot totals would suggest. But Julia Carroll, the story of this game so far, 15 saves on 16 shots. After 20 minutes, it is 1-0 Subway Northern Selects over the McIntyre Chevy Panthers. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second period in just a little bit. You are watching Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League action. Selects 1, Panthers 0, here on Ustream.tv. Petter Pictou Sports. All right, welcome back. We're getting you ready for period number 2 here between the Subway Northern Selects and the McIntyre Chevy Panthers. The Selects with the only goal of the first period coming from Ella McLean, her 21st goal of the season to make it a 1-0 lead for the Selects after 20 minutes. A bit of a bad luck goal as far as goaltender Julia Carroll, as she had a great period other than that one shot that was deflected on its way into her, and I think caught her completely by surprise because of that. Obviously for the Selects, out shooting their opponent 16-2, they're going to want just more of the same here in the second period, while for the Panthers, they're going to have to find some ways to generate more offense. And I think it starts from, instead of just dumping the puck out to center or down the ice, trying to get control of the puck when they get possession in their own zone and trying to look to get a breakout organized. It's difficult to do. That is certainly thanks to the relentless forecheck of the Subway Northern Selects. They don't give you a minute or a second to breathe and think about things. You have to be quick with your decision making. So the Panthers, they're going to have to adjust. They're going to have to be quicker with their thinking to try and generate some breakouts, generate some organization coming out of their zone to try and create opportunities in the offensive zone moving forward. O'Neill and Pitts take the draw to get this second period going. The puck into the Panthers zone, back out to center, and then Jenna Reed dumps it right in onto Carroll. She settles it down for Brown. To the line, not out. Now Pitts sends the puck towards the high slot. The only one there was Nicole McNeil. She'll play it ahead, and out comes Erin Denny. Denny stops, tries to spin and make a pass, but ends up losing control of the puck, and McKay will set it up for Warnell. Warnell puts the shot right on goal, and that's easily steered aside as well by Carroll. Puck sent the length of the ice. That'll be an icing with 39 seconds gone here in the period. And that was exactly what I was talking about. A good zone exit led to an opportunity, and if Denny had been able to keep her feet and keep control of the puck as she spun right in front of the Sobey sign in the offensive zone, then that may have turned into a scoring opportunity for the Panthers. Puck sent down the length of the ice. It goes just past McKenzie, but that's going to be an icing yet again. And we'll have another offensive zone face-off as far as the Subway Selects are concerned. And this one will be to the left of goaltender Julia Carroll. Emery taking the draw against Baxendale. Baxendale wins it to the wall, but two Selects immediately in there pressuring. Here's Livingston coming away with the puck. She gets it to Lenahan. Lenahan goes to play it back to the point, but that's intercepted by Cox. She's able to get it out to Helen McNeil, but she loses it at the blue line. Baxendale plays it across to Corbett. Corbett up the wall, tried to feed it to Cox, but that was broken up by McLean. Now Cox able to send the puck in deep, and back to get it is McKenzie. Abby McKenzie comes out from behind her net. McKenzie still skating with the puck, gets it knocked off her stick by O'Neill, and coming the other way there, Bates. Bates, she has a player with her, that's Jardine, but losing control of the puck, and now Linehan trying to clear. That doesn't work. Shot from the point by Jacobs gets knocked down in traffic in front, and the Selects will send it the length of the ice, and they'll take an icing with just under 2 minutes gone here in the second period. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on Petter Picto Sports through Ustream.tv. Don't forget, this is the last actual Selects home game of the regular season, but we will have the Selects home games throughout the provincial playoffs here on Petter Picto Sports as well. First round, depending on who they're playing, could be the Penguins, could be these Panthers, could be the Fire. You never know for sure, but whoever it is, we'll have all the home games right here on Petter Picto Sports. Puck comes to the line. Reed doesn't like what she sees, so plays it across to Smith. Smith's shot gets knocked down in traffic, nearly creating a chance for Warnell. Now Warnell behind the net, that was McPherson behind the net. Sometimes it's hard to tell 10 and 18 apart when they got their jerseys tucked in like that. Puck comes to the line. Reed holds it in, gets it back down low. Now McPherson, and you can see that it's a 10 there. McPherson got a shot, didn't get all the way through. Jardine will bring it out, plays it to O'Neill, who'll bring it into the Select zone. Her shot knocked down by Pitts, and Pitts will start up the other way. 3 minutes gone here in period number 2. Pitts trying to work her way around Brown. All the way in behind the net with the puck is the Select's leading scorer. Now she centers it. That's Warnell. Warnell couldn't send the puck back in deep. Pitts gets it back to Warnell. Warnell will set it up for McLean. McLean's shot off the end boards. Now to the far wall again. Pitts for McKay. McKay comes out from the corner. Puck still loose. And finally able to corral it and cover it up is Julia Carroll. 3:33 gone here in period number 2. 1-0 the scoreline in favor of the Selects off that deflected goal credited to Ella McLean, and scored by Ella McLean. She does deserve credit as she took the shot. Puck cleared out to center. McKenzie there waiting for it. She'll dump it right back in again. Back to get it is Corbett. She plays it up, intended for Denny. It gets to the line and then sent back down low by Smith. Puck comes to the near wall. Cox gets it out to center. Smith, though, tied up Denny, so she couldn't go anywhere. Now Corbett trying to work the puck out. It gets knocked down by Emery. Comes back to Corbett. Corbett working her way ahead, and she's got Nora McNeil with her. Corbett tries to get it in front for McNeil. Puck bouncing around a little bit, but Kristen McNeil will cover up and hang on for a face-off. 4:16 gone here in the second period. And with there being 3 McNeils on the Panthers, 1 McNeil on the Selects, and the fact that these teams are geographically relatively close to each other, their catchment areas, I have to wonder if the McNeil in net is maybe cousins. I know it's a long shot, McNeil being as relatively common a name as it is, but if anybody out there knows if Kristen is cousin to any of the McNeils on the other team and whether they're sisters or cousins or just a strange coincidence that we got 4 McNeils in this game, by all means, let me know. Puck comes around to the near side. Jacobs sends it back down low, intended for Cox. It goes all the way around to the far side for O'Neill. She gets it to Cox. Plays it towards the front, but the only one there was Reed, and Jenna Reed will play it off the wall and out to center ice. Jacobs tries to get it back in again. O'Neill helps dump it the rest of the way down. 5:15 gone here in the second. Breakout pass by Clark goes off a body, but it's picked up there by McKay. She fires a shot. That goes well wide. Now Warnell trying to work it down the wall. That doesn't work, and the Panthers come back out. Pass intended for Jardine, broken up by Pitts, and McLean leads the rush back up the other way. Then we get some pushing, shoving between Warnell and Nicole McNeil after the whistle, as Warnell getting a little close to the crease of Julia Carroll. Again, if you want to join the conversation regarding this game, there is that little chat bar right off to the side. By all means, share your thoughts. Bates with the puck out at center. Now McKay will come back and dump it back into the Panthers zone. Back to get it, Brown. She works it up the wall. Jardine gets it to the line, no further. McLean fans on her pass attempt. That'll lead to a breakout the other way. Here comes Baxendale. Baxendale with the shot. It gets through Kristen McNeil, but she was able to change its direction just enough that it rolled wide. Now another save by McNeil. Puck still loose in front. Another save as the Panthers getting their best offensive threats here with about 6.5 gone in the second period. Some great chances there as Kristen McNeil, a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill together on those chances. Now here comes O'Neill working her way down. O'Neill throws it through the top of the crease all the way down to the far corner. Denny chases it down, plays it down to O'Neill in the corner. Amy O'Neill looking for some help. Tried to get the puck to Denny. That's broken up. Now to the line. Corbett sends it back down. Selects force the turnover. Livingston trying to get the puck out to center ice. She does, but Barrett picks it up right away and dumps it right back in again. Best pressure we've seen all afternoon for the Panthers. Here, approaching the midpoint of the second period. Linehan with it now. She gets it out, intended for Livingston. That's broken up by Corbett. She'll bring it back in. Corbett gets stripped of the puck, and it's sent back out to center. Denny had to wait for everyone to get onside, then dumps it in, but Reed was right there waiting for it. She gets it up to Emery. Emery with the long-range shot, and that's easily steered aside. Panthers trying to get a big breakout pass, but it was slowed down enough that Cox had to come back and get to it. Now here comes Nora McNeil, that's Jessie Helen McNeil. She took the shot, And I don't know if it was stopped by Kristen McNeil. Wasn't sure if it was stopped or if it went wide. Jacobs with the shot. That got blocked. Puck goes out to center, then gets dumped back in again. Back to get it is Ella McLean. She'll wrap it around to the near side for Cassie Clark. Clark loses it to O'Neill. O'Neill tries to center it. It goes off of a couple of body parts of Ella McLean. Looked like it hit her in the shin, hit her in the foot, and then rolled out to the front. But Kristen McNeil able to cover up. Great flurry of activity there for the Panthers. As shots on goal now 19-7, a much better shot margin here in the second period for the Panthers to this point. Select's able to get the puck down into the Panthers zone. Back to get it there was Nicole McNeil. Wraps it around to the far side wall. Now McNeil, Nicole, and Harrison were tangled up. Down in the corner, Long. Taylor Long plays it behind the net to McPherson. Back to Long. Puck comes off the end boards. Harrison gets it back to McPherson. She tries to center it for Long, but that gets broken up. And Bates will pick up and carry out to center. Morgan Bates dumps the puck in, peels off for a change, as coming back to get it is Abby McKenzie. McKenzie carrying up the far side, pushes it ahead, ends up going directly to Corbett. Corbett then dumps it back into the Select zone. Going in after it is Nora McNeil. She'll get to it, play it down into the corner, thrown all the way back to the line. Corbett tees it up, and a big heavy shot off the end boards. Now 5 or 6 players all in the low slot. Puck comes back to the line again. Corbett with a shot that goes wide. Coming in to get it is Barrett. Now it's down into the corner. A couple of players go down in the corner there. McNeil is one. And slow to get up is the Selects player, and I didn't catch the number. Now as she makes her way up, I see it is Lindsay Smith. Smith, so far on the season, 16 points in 17 games for the defenseman. One of her 5 goals coming on the power play. A 2001 birth year for Smith, which means she's got, I believe, 1 year of midget eligibility left, I think. Sometimes I lose track of what's where and who's who. And here's Reed with her heavy shot blocked by O'Neill. Now the puck loose in front. Pitts gets it. That goes just wide. McKay tries to go short side with it. And able to keep the door closed there was Carroll. Now the puck up over everybody down the length of the ice. Icing waved off. McNeil comes out of her net, settles the puck down there. As McLean goes behind the net, her pass too far in front of Pitts. Puck brought back in again. 9:20 left to go. As we've got a power play for the Selects. Obviously they called a penalty on that. Nora McNeil on that collision with Smith. So the Selects are on their second power play of the game. I didn't catch what exactly got called, but it is a power play. And here comes Jessie Helen McNeil. She feeds it to O'Neill. Shot, save, rebound, puck still loose. And what a save by Kristen McNeil on Amy O'Neill. Glorious short-handed opportunity for O'Neill, and I don't know exactly how McNeil kept that one out, but she did. Huge save to keep this a 1-0 hockey game with 52 seconds left in the power play for the Selects and just under 9 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Race for the puck. And are we going to, it's going to be an icing call against the Selects. I thought we might see an interference call as Jacobs was tying up Livingston, not allowing Livingston to get a step there. Face-off between KJ Emery and Baxendale. Puck comes right back on to Kristen McNeil. She'll cover up, hang on for a face-off. 39 seconds now left to go in the penalty to Nora McNeil. Emery wins the draw back to Clark. Clark plays it off the boards, down the ice. Back to get it is Brown, but again, we saw on that play back Nicole McNeil kind of getting in the way of one of the Subway Selects forwards and doing just enough to slow her down, but not enough to turn it into an interference call. And I guess, hey, if you get away with it and you're able to just stay on the right side of that line, then it's a great play. Here's Emery now into the zone, drops it off to McKenzie, back down to Emery. She tries to go short side, save made, and the rebound cleared over to the wall. To the line, kept in by McKenzie. She gets it across to Emery, down low. First one to it will be Nicole McNeil. She gets it ahead, and Baxendale will come out, and here's a potential 2-on-1 for the Panthers. Cox just sends the puck off the end boards. Baxendale will get it. Cox needed a change, which is why that didn't turn into quite as good of a scoring opportunity as it otherwise might have. Now we're going to have an icing against the Selects as we're back to 5-on-5. 7:45 left to go here in period number 2. Puck goes around the boards into the near side where Reed gets it, plays it ahead to Warnell. Warnell works it up the wall, or that was McPherson again. McPherson works it up to Fitt, who got it into the Panther zone. Now it's right back out again. Dumped into the Select zone, back to get it Clark. She's got Baxendale right on her. Battle along the far side wall. Now the puck picked up by O'Neill. O'Neill plays it back to Gillis. Gillis comes near side Jacobs. Jacobs shot blocked by McPherson. Jacobs has it back again. That shot gets all the way through. McNeil with the save. Gillis tries to send it back deep, but it's knocked down by Fitt. She'll send it the length of the ice. Not hard enough for an icing, as back to get it is Jacobs. 6:30 left to go here, period number 2. Pass ahead for Bates. Bates will bring it into the zone. Drops it off. Shot taken. McNeil, bit of a calmer save than maybe the situation warranted. Now a pass ahead. Goes right in onto Carroll, and she'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. 6:15 left here in period number 2. Shots on goal now 20-11. In this period, though, the Panthers with the edge in the shots, 8-5. Baxendale waved out of the face-off circle. Pitts takes the draw against Denny instead. Puck comes to the line. Off the post! Innocent-looking shot from Abby McKenzie. It goes off the post, bounces down in between Julia Carroll's legs, and she's able to cover up and smother it for a face-off. Glorious chance for the Selects there. Now Pitts will get waved out of the face-off circle, and coming in to take the draw instead is Warnell. Off the draw, McKay with a shot, and that goes just up over the crossbar. Some good chances here now for the Selects after the Panthers had some glorious opportunities earlier in this second period. Smith tried to make a cross-ice pass, tipped by Baxendale, but the puck ends up with McKenzie. She dumps it down into the Panther zone. To the line, kept in by Smith. That goes off a body and comes down in behind the goal line. Comes to the near wall. Nora McNeil tries to make a pass ahead. That's broken up by Smith. and Mackenzie will dump it back in again. In behind her own net, Corbett plays the puck ahead, was trying to spring O'Neill with a long lead pass. Icing waved off, which draws the ire of the coaching staff of the Selects. In behind the net there, Denny in amongst the battle along with O'Neill against Clark and Emery. Coming in to help out as well now is McLean. Puck ends up at the near wall because of a tip by McLean. She gets it ahead. Linehan going to chase it down. She gets body position against Brown. Linehan gets possession. Works it down below the goal line. Out in front, intended for Livingston. And the pass from Emery just a little bit off target. Puck ends up all the way down the length of the ice. First one to it is Jardine. Jardine centers for O'Neill. Her shot and her stick got bumped just as she was taking the shot, so it ends up going well wide. Now Jacobs dumps it back in, picked up there by McLean. Ella McLean, who has the only goal so far this afternoon, played it out to center. Jacobs now goes across to Gillis. Her pass comes ahead to Baxendale. Here's Baxendale working down the right wing. In behind the net, comes out in the left side of the offensive zone. Loses control of the puck along the near wall. And Long was right in there trying to take advantage, as is McPherson. McPherson comes out with it. She'll play it over to Livingston. Livingston gains the red line, then dumps off for a change, as she was the last member of her line still out there from the previous shift. Puck down into the corner near side. Smith hustling in after it. Sends it to the area behind the net, but Jacobs now plays it around to the far side. Jacobs gets it back again. 3.5 left to go here in period number 2. Still the 1-0 scoreline as it's been since 12:37 of the first period. Here's Warnell now, working her way ahead. Warnell takes the shot. Pad save and smothered by Julia Carroll with 3:08 left to go here in period number 1. Still that 1-0 scoreline. Plenty of action, plenty of opportunities for both teams, but Julia Carroll and Kristen McNeil standing tall. And for Carroll, there's yet another save. That the 22nd shot on goal by the Selects here this afternoon. Face off to the right of Carroll, won by O'Neill. Barrett tried to play it ahead for Nora McNeil. That was broken up, and now the Selects send the puck back below the goal line yet again. Barrett is in there, as is O'Neill, but coming out with it is McKay. McKay can't get a shot away. O'Neill will pick up the puck. She loses it, but it's picked up by Nora McNeil following up. However, on the other side, the far side of the ice, Erin Denny was just a step offside, as that play to dispossess O'Neill of the puck enough to slow down the rush that Denny got put into an offside position. Off of the draw, it's played back to Barrett. Barrett gets it ahead for O'Neill. O'Neill to Denny. Denny tried to get it through to Nora McNeil, but a nice play there. I believe that was Jenna Reed to break that opportunity up. No, it was Mackenzie, excuse me. Here's Linehan trying to work her way around Barrett. Linehan down into the corner, loses the puck. It's picked up there by Nora McNeil. She plays it ahead. Denny will go and get to it just ahead of McLean. McLean takes Denny into the boards. Denny able to try and create some space for herself. She does. Gets it over. Now it comes back to the line for Nicole McNeil. Her shot, and Kristen McNeil making the save yet again. 18-11 gone here in the second period, and the puck somewhere in the gear of Kristen McNeil as the search is on. The case of the disappearing hockey puck. McNeil now jumping around to try and shake it loose. Oh, there it is, down in the leg of the pad. Nope, not there. Where's the Scooby-Doo theme when you need it? She could have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for them pesky kids and their dog. Whoa, wait, do we have it? Yes, we found the puck. Yay! The case of the disappearing hockey puck has been solved. And we're ready for the face-off to the right of Kristen McNeil. Puck played back to the line. There's a shot from Nicole McNeil. That goes wide. Now the puck rolls back in, and again underneath Kristen McNeil. She covers up, and we'll have another face-off, this time to Kristen McNeil's left. You got 3 of the 4 McNeils in this game out there on the ice right now. Jessie Helen McNeil, Nicole McNeil, and of course Kristen McNeil, the goaltender. And Nicole with the shot, Kristen covers up. Meanwhile, Jessie Helen on the bench. Jessie Helen was one of the ones that was out there. Nora was on the bench. Now Nora comes out on the line change. So we're down to just 2 McNeils on the ice. And O'Neill, of course, out there on the line with McNeil. And, oh no, the other McNeil who plays defense is still out there too. So we got 3 McNeils and an O'Neill all on the ice at the same time. Meanwhile, Carroll can't quite find the puck as it's now rolls into the corner, picked up by Nicole McNeil. She plays it ahead to Nora McNeil. She got dispossessed at the blue line. Now a couple of D-to-D passes between McLean and Smith. Now the puck is deflected ahead. We're into the final 36 seconds of period number 2. McLean wraps it around the boards for Long, or for Fitt rather. Fitt pushes it ahead. Long chases it down. Now into the corner, Fitt with it. Alyssa Fitt tried to play it back to Long. That's broken up by Jacobs. And the puck is played out to center ice yet again. Cassie Clark chasing it down with 10 seconds left. She'll play it over to Harrison. Harrison goes to dump it in. It goes off of one of the officials. Now the puck again hits that official. As the final few seconds tick away here in period number 2. Much less to talk about stats-wise. No goals, just the one penalty. It was that penalty on Nora McNeil. I believe they called it body checking, but I didn't, again, I didn't see the signal. So the Selects now 0 for 2 with the power play. The Panthers still 0 for 1 after that chance they had in the first period. Shots on goal in this period, much closer. In fact, the Panthers had the edge in shots on goal in this period. 9-8. The 2-period total favors the Select still 23-12. And after 2 periods of play, much like it was after 1 period, it's 1-0 Selects over the Panthers. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for period number 3 in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League action here on Petter Pictou Sports, Ustream.tv. And Panthers fan, thank you very much for that confirmation. Jessie, Helen, and Nora are sisters. And thank you as well for the kind words I really enjoy bringing these games to everyone here in the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. And we're going to take a break, come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. Welcome back as we get you ready for the third period here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. The hometown Subway Northern Selects leading by the slimmest of 1-goal margins, 1-0 over the visiting McIntyre Chevy Panthers. A very entertaining hockey game so far. Some great goaltending at both ends of the ice, both Kristen McNeil and Julia Carroll keeping their teams right in this game. For Carroll, again, that one goal that she gave up off of a unfortunate deflection that went off the glove of Belle Jacobs and ended up going in behind Carroll. That goal for Ella McLean, her 21st of the season, the only scoring we've had so far this afternoon. And if you're fans of either of these two teams and you want to watch some great hockey live and in person, head to Member 2 tomorrow. 1 o'clock, these teams will meet again. And if tomorrow's game is anything like what we've had here this afternoon, it should be some fantastic midget female hockey to check out live and in person from Member 2. Of course, that game will not be available on Petter Pictou Sports, as with my schedule I'm not able to travel and do road games for the Selects, but I will be here for all of their home games throughout the playoffs. They have just 2 games left in the regular season, do the Selects, after today. That game up in Member 2 tomorrow, and then they'll have a game down against the Penguins, and I believe that's being played in East Hants in early February, and that will wrap up the regular season for them. For the Panthers, they have 5 games after today, including that game tomorrow. And for the Panthers as well, I forgot to mention this in the opening, should give them a big shout out and congratulations for winning the DQ tournament last weekend. Panthers went undefeated through the weekend to win that tournament, so congratulations to them for bringing home that hardware. The Selects did not play in that tournament. They played a couple of exhibition games against some prep schools in and around the Maritimes. Played 3 games over the course of last weekend, winning 2 of the 3. And when I was talking to head coach Craig Clark, he said they really had a good shot to win that third one as well. Just didn't quite get the finish that they needed. They outshot, I believe it was Rothsay that they lost to, but outshot them by a significant margin. We are underway here in the third period. Puck down into the Select zone off to our right. Out to center, Brown gets it across to Nicole McNeil. Apparently the one McNeil not related to the other 2 on the Panthers, as Jessie, Helen, and Nora are sisters, as I have been so nicely informed by Panthers fan out there. Puck down into the corner, back into the Select zone yet again. Rolls off some sticks now. Warnell trying to work it forward. She gets it as far as the line, but Corbett keeps it in. Corbett trying to cut through the middle of the ice to get a position to shoot, but she can't get one. Plays it down into the corner for Baxendale. Baxendale trying to work it up the wall. Now she'll play it back to the line. Gets the return pass, then sends it right back up again to Gillis. Gillis tries to send, or that's Barrett, excuse me, not Gillis. Barrett plays it back into the zone yet again. Smith misplays it. That'll allow Baxendale come in, and Jenna Reed takes the penalty, doing the only thing she can do to try and take away a glorious scoring opportunity for Molly Baxendale. And you've got to figure that this is one of those situations where head coach Craig Clark is going to say, Reed, I don't mind you taking that tripping penalty in that situation, because you did what you had to do to make sure that Baxendale wasn't able to get the shot away. And when you look at Baxendale, 9 goals in 17 games so far this season. So tied for second on the team in goals scored. Erin Denny, the other one with 9. Of course, Amy O'Neill, head and shoulders in front of everybody else. She's got 26 goals on the season, and she's got the puck right now as the power play goes to work for the Panthers. O'Neill trying to get away from Warnell. Warnell knocks the puck off her stick, but O'Neill goes back, gets the puck in the corner, plays it around to the far side for Corbett, excuse me. That's a couple times now that I've called Corbett Barrett. Here's McNeil. That was Nicole. Played it across to Corbett. She got the shot away, but it was blocked by Clark. Now Linehan working against McNeil. That's Jessie Helen McNeil, who now has the puck. She plays it back to Corbett. Corbett fakes the shot, gives to Nicole McNeil. Back across to Corbett. One-timer, but it goes off the heel of the stick. Now cross-ice pass. Good opportunity there to get it through to Nora McNeil, but didn't quite connect cleanly enough. Now Nora McNeil goes to play it back to Nicole, but that gets broken up, and the Selects are able to send the Panthers all the way back down the ice. 20 seconds left in this power play. Some good opportunities for the Panthers, but not able to convert as of yet. Back into the zone, now back out again. Now Nicole McNeil will bring it back in, tries to tee it up, but getting her stick in the way was Landon Pitts. McNeil gets it back again, realizes her stick is broke. She's got to head over to the bench, and coming the other way now McKenzie. Abby McKenzie into the near side corner. Goes to play the puck towards the center. That's broken up by Denny. Denny gets it to Nora McNeil. That's broken up. And now coming the other way, here's McKay with a shot. That goes well wide. McKay and Baxendale go awkwardly into the end boards. Smith plays it to Pitts. Pitts centers it. Couple of whacks at the puck there for McPherson, but Carroll able to stand tall as we near just over 4 minutes gone in the third period. Both teams 0 for 2 with the man advantage here this afternoon. With the puck now is Gillis. Gillis tried to spring Denny, but a big play made by Smith to break up that pass. Smith now to McPherson. McPherson gets it knocked off her stick. O'Neill tried to leave the zone, but a nice play by Livingston to break that up. We're seeing why these two teams both have given up under 2 goals a game so far this season. Both teams making some great defensive plays all over the ice. There's a fan on a shot. McKenzie able to bat it out to center. It's back into the zone. The Panthers couldn't touch as it was going to be an offside. Now Corbett, she gets it knocked off her stick by Livingston. Corbett gets it back, plays it back to Barrett. Barrett's pass goes through absolutely everybody. That'll be an icing with 5:17 gone here in the third period. Selects leading it 1-0 off that goal way back at the 12:37 mark of period number 1. Off of the face-off. Puck comes back towards the line. No, Reed able to get it to Emery, and she scores! KJ Emery at 5:25 scores a huge insurance goal. Jenna Reed will get the assist for Emery. That's her 13th goal, 27th point on the season. And it couldn't come at a bigger time as 5:25 of the third period. We always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third period being sometimes the most important 5 minutes of the game. The Selects held the lead through that 5 minutes, then extended it 25 seconds after that magic 5-minute span expired. Now here comes Linehan looking to expand it further. Linehan comes in and Carroll steers that one aside. And you can't help but feel bad for Julia Carroll, as she has made some great saves this afternoon, but a little bit of a miscue on that one. Here's McLean. She comes in, and the backhander gets sent wide. Now the puck picked up by, I believe that was Jacobs. She played it ahead. Now it's O'Neill with it again. O'Neill gets taken into the side wall by McKenzie, also in there helping out. As we get the announcement of the goal, there's a chance. And as they announced Linehan with the assist, it wasn't Linehan, it was Jenna Reed who made the pass to Emery. I'm sure we'll see that ends up getting changed eventually. But officially it's Emery from Linehan. Really it was Emery from Reed at 5:25. Puck back out to center ice. Chasing it down is Lindsay Smith. Smith goes back behind her own net, comes out the near side, working her way up with the puck. Tried to make a pass ahead for Livingston, for McKay rather. That ended up getting broken up. Back into their own zone again. This time McKenzie will work her way up with it. McKenzie into the Panthers zone, takes the shot, it goes off a skate, rolls slowly into Carroll, and she'll cover up and hang on. 7:21 gone here in the third period. McLean's 21st of the season, Emery's 13th of the season, to give the Selects the 2-0 lead. Again, these same two teams will meet tomorrow in Membertou at 1 o'clock. Puck comes to Harrison. She plays to Smith. Smith gets it over to Reed. Reed with the shot. Livingston with the deflection, but she ends up deflecting it into the near side corner. Puck ahead for Bates. Bates was looking for the puck in her gear and ended up skating into Smith. Smith just held her ground, didn't deliver a check. She just stood where she was, and Bates skated into her. Then Corbett with a shot, and that goes high and wide. 12:05 left to go here in period number 3. Livingston gets the puck out to center. Immediately Corbett dumps it right back in again. Back to get it is Smith. Lindsay Smith sets it up for Reed. Jenna Reed, who had chances to go to the NCAA to play hockey, chose instead to take an NCAA scholarship in track and field. Congratulations to her for announcing that commitment last week. I heard from Craig Clark that we're going to hear about a CIS commitment for a Selects player in the coming weeks. I'm not going to say any further because I don't want to spoil the news. Puck goes in behind the net. Battling in there. Comes out in front. We've had a few commitments for hockey and, as mentioned, for track and field for Reed. Puck back into the Panther zone. Now back out again. Pass a little bit behind Jessie Helen McNeil, and it rolls all the way in onto Kristen McNeil, and she'll cover up. Hang on for a face-off. Just over 9 minutes gone here in period number 3. Once again, don't forget, this is our last regular season home game for the Selects, but we will bring you all of their home games throughout the playoffs, and we'll try and do as many road games on the playoffs for the Selects as we can as well. Schedule permitting, obviously, depending on what other teams that I work with are playing on any given day. Here's McPherson. Great play there by Gillis on the back check to take McPherson off of the puck. Battle along the near side wall. O'Neill comes out with it. 10.5 left to go here in period 3. Selects leading it by 2. Pitts now with the puck. Sends it down low for McKay. McKay uses the referee as a bit of an unintentional pick, but it works. They get a shot off. It goes wide. Now the puck back to the line to Smith. Smith tried to use the traffic. No deflection. The puck goes wide. Now there's another chance from a sharp angle shot by McKenzie, and that gets deflected wide as well. Smith can't hold the line against O'Neill. McKay forces the turnover out at center ice. McKenzie will pick up at the far side, dumps it in deep. She'll peel off for a change as the Selects get all 5 players changed up here with 9:40 left to go. Puck comes out to center. Jenna Reed dumps it back in again. Back to get it there will be Jacobs. Jacobs leaves it behind the net. Turnover ensues, and a shot from Livingston. Carroll had to make the save on a bit of a knuckleball coming in and hangs on for another face-off. 9:26 left to go here in the third period. Our next game here on Pedro Pictou Sports will be on Friday. We'll be going on the road with the Pictou County Scotians of the Nova Scotia Junior Hockey League. They'll be taking on the Straight Pirates in Port Hawkesbury. You can catch that game. We're going to try and put that game here on Ustream if the internet connections are workable. If not, we'll have that game on MixLR. There's a shot from Nora McNeil. That goes just up over the crossbar. Great shot by McNeil. Just a little bit off target. Nora McNeil gets it back again, plays it back to the line to Barrett. Barrett near side for Corbett. Corbett with a blast. And that one doesn't miss by much either. These Panthers, they've got a few players who've got some bombs. They just need that little bit of work to get some of those bombs closer to target. There's a shot from Denny and a blocker save made by Kristen McNeil. Now the Selects with possession. Out comes KJ Emery. She loses it, but it rolls right to Linehan. Linehan coming in. Big save made by Carroll. Huge save for Julia Carroll. Maybe her biggest and best of the 26 or 27 saves she's made this afternoon. 27 saves on 29 shots. Can't ask for much more out of your goaltender than that. Unfortunately for her and the rest of the Panthers, Kristen McNeil at the other end of the ice is 13 for 13 so far. Jardine gets the puck over to Bates. Bates dumps it right in onto McNeil, and she'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. Just under 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. Some glorious opportunities for the Selects to extend their lead even further, but Julia Carroll standing up tall. Selects win the draw in their own zone. Emery has the puck at the near wall, trying to spring Warnell. But that doesn't quite work, and it ends up being an icing against the Subway Northern Selects. 7:45 left to go here in the third period. And again, the Selects, with a victory today, will be just 1 point away with 2 games remaining from clinching the league regular season title, which would be the league championship, as there won't be any league playoffs this year, due in part to the Canada Games and trying to fit that schedule in. Here comes McPherson. She gets the puck down into the Panthers zone. Played back out to center. McKenzie plays it back in again. And going into the corner after it is Brown. She'll play it around to the far side for Nicole McNeil. Nicole goes to play it ahead for Cox. That's broken up by McPherson. Back behind the net again, Nicole McNeil to Cox. Cox tries to work it up the wall around McLean. That didn't work. Then to the center of the ice did, but it's dumped right back in again by McKenzie. Under 7 minutes left to go. And with the 2-goal margin, the clock starting to become a factor. There's Nicole McNeil playing it down the ice. That splits the Selects D and goes the full length, so that'll be an icing. 6:39 left here in period number 3. Selects with the 2-goal lead. Taylor Long to take the draw against Amy O'Neill. O'Neill wins it back to Jacobs. Jacobs plays it into the near side corner. Trying to work the puck ahead there was Denny, but it's sent back to Gillis. Gillis now tries the far side, and that ends up working. Here comes Aaron Denny. Denny trying to get around Smith. Denny gets Smith's stick up into her armpit there. Now the puck comes back to Denny, skating towards the middle, and another shot off of the post. Another great chance for the Panthers, but they've been a little bit high on a couple of shots and a little bit wide, and that time the iron helps out Kristen McNeil. Jenna Reed with the puck, able to turn away from a couple of Panther forecheckers out to center. Fitt and Jacobs got tied up with each other. That allowed Harrison to come in and get a shot away. Carroll able to steer that one aside. Just over 5.5 left to go now here in the third period. Out of the corner, Amy O'Neill gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty for Haley Harrison. Yes, Amy O'Neill is definitely one of the most dangerous Panthers, but she was about to get possession of the puck 200 feet away from the Select's net. Maybe the timing of that penalty not necessarily the best from a Select's perspective. Penalty coming at 14:35 of period number 3. The trip by Harrison becomes the third power play of the afternoon for the Panthers. Carroll comes out of her net, plays the puck, loses her balance as she does so, but the Panthers had possession long enough that it didn't create an opportunity for the Selects out of it. Here's Jardine with it now, as the Select penalty killers once again, always so relentless, this forecheck for the Selects, even on a penalty kill. Jardine now able to get the puck into the Select zone, loses control of it, and Cassie Clark gets it out to center, but it's gloved down by Nicole McNeil. And then the Panthers come in offside. 1:02 left to go in the penalty to Haley Harrison. O'Neill will take the draw against Pitts. As we mentioned in the opening, Landon Pitts with 5 shorthanded goals this season. I haven't confirmed it, but it'd be safe to say that probably leads the league in that category. Battle in behind the Panthers' net. O'Neill comes out with it, doesn't have much of a lane, so goes back behind the net again. This time plays it across to Corbett. Corbett gets it knocked off her stick by Pitts, but it goes right to Jessie Helen McNeil. Into the zone, but turned over right away. Pitts will play it back to McKenzie. McKenzie a little trouble finding it. Pitts there to support her. Now Pitts plays it as far as Corbett. Corbett for O'Neill. O'Neill, nice move, gets the shot away, but a big block there by Abby McKenzie. Puck played out to center, knocked down by Nicole McNeil. Back into the zone, just 3 seconds left in the penalty to Harrison. And for the third time today, the Selects have killed off a shorthanded situation. But here's a chance for Nora McNeil. She couldn't get the shot quite on. Now McNeil comes around again, wraparound attempt, and then a chance for Cox as well. And a couple of big saves for Kristen McNeil. Puck sent down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing against the Selects. 3:05 left to go here in the third period. And while we don't officially have a 3-star selection in these games, if we did, Julia Carroll and Kristen McNeil right now, 1 and 1A. Neither of them deserves to be called so low as a 2nd star in this game. They both have been brilliant. Here's the puck coming to Barrett. She gets a shot. Another save by McNeil. Reed working behind the net against a couple of Panthers players. Puck comes out for Denny. She couldn't do anything with it. Now comes back to the line to Barrett. Barrett, her shot ends up getting blocked by Reed. ahead for Warnell. Warnell's got Livingston with her. Warnell with the backhand, and Carroll makes the save and hangs on. 2:28 left to go in the third period. And now that big kind of squarish or kind of cubish shape sort of thing up above center ice starts to loom even larger. Off the draw, back to McLean. Her shot goes high and wide. Off the end boards, Bates picks up. She's got Jardine with her. Bates dumps it down into the select zone. Bates and Bates and McLean go into the end boards. O'Neill in there to help out. Puck ends up on the stick of McLean, trying to find a lane to get out to center. She does. And with some help from McPherson, it goes into the Panther zone. But right back out again. O'Neill trying to get it to set up for Bates. That doesn't work. And now it's back in this Panther zone again. 1:45 left to go. Here's O'Neill with it now. She finds Jardine. Jardine will dump it down into the select zone. Back to get it is McKenzie. Abby McKenzie up to center. Into the Panther zone. McKenzie stops just short of the goal line, then just pushes the puck down behind the net. Baxendale works it ahead, up and out comes Jessie Helen McNeil. McNeil across the blue line, gets tripped up by McKenzie. Both referees keep their arms down. Centering pass intended for McNeil goes through her feet, past Gillis, and all the way back down into the Panther zone. Under a minute to go, 2-goal game. Cox can't get the pass ahead. It goes off the skate of Harrison. Now Gillis with it. Her pass misses the target. That's going to be an icing. No, icing is waved off. As back to get it is Cassie Clark. Under 40 seconds left to go. Clark has it back again, gives to Harrison. Harrison for Emery. Emery deflects it down into the Panther zone. Back to get it, O'Neill. Amy O'Neill working her way ahead. Loses control of the puck. Reed dumps it back in. 20 seconds left. Now into the corner. Warnell trying to battle. Puck comes back to Clark. She gets a shot away. Carroll with the save. Puck picked up by Emery. There's a shot. Warnell with the deflection and another save by Carroll. Just 3.6 seconds left to go, and it looks like the Selects are 1 point away from clinching the league regular season banner here in the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. Puck is dropped, final couple seconds tick away, and your final score this afternoon, Selects 2, Panthers 0. Julia Carroll will get stuck with the loss, but certainly had a fantastic game for the Panthers. Kristen McNeil, her third shutout victory of the season. And like I said, if you are fans of this league, these two teams meet again tomorrow, 1 o'clock in Member 2. You will want to be there if this game is any indication of the quality of what we're going to see tomorrow. It's going to be some fantastic hockey tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock from Member 2. This is my final Selects game until the playoffs. So until next Friday when we bring you some Scotians hockey here on Petter Pictou Sports, this is Michael Petter on behalf of my awesome cameraman Christian. Thank you again for your great work. Saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time, Selects 2, Panthers 0. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.